versus a pass rusher. So, I mean, it's great when you can have both. But certainly when you have guys that are at the upper end on either spectrum of it, it helps you a lot.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Well,
Michael?
Hey, Matt, what have you been told about your job security?
I mean, look, our focus right now is on Houston. Any conversations that I've had with ownership, I always keep those private. You guys know that. So from that standpoint, we're just got a quick turnaround here, trying to get ready for Houston.
You understand why the questions are coming up, though, at this point, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's questions that come up every week. I try to do the best I can to answer them. So, right now it's about Houston.
So I'm going to take a little bit of a different tack here. What did you see on tape that maybe, like you said, like you were saying yesterday, be better, have to get better, coach better? What did you see on tape yesterday, if anything, that was better?
I think there was definitely some things, in the course of the game that we did like, but obviously there was a lot that we didn't. It's really good to get 2 turnovers in the red area. That's something we hadn't done, very well in the last several weeks was red area defense. So that was a positive from that standpoint. We liked that. There was some things in the kicking game I thought with the interior punt protection and punt coverage unit that was good for us to get down there. There's a lot of guys stepping up into some different roles. So that was positive from that end of it. But, obviously the negative was there and it's glaring, and that's what we're trying to get fixed.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
Go Justin, then Dave.
Yeah, Matt, I'm unfortunately going to ask a bigger picture question too. So bear with me here. But we hear a lot about just the negativity that surrounds this organization and how it wears on people over time. And you've always really focused on keeping the outside noise out, and like everyone else, you aren't judged by what's happened historically, but as you've been here now for 3 years, I've wondered, do you feel the weight of that negativity of the history of this organization any differently now than when you first arrived here?
I think for me, it's just we're trying to do the best we can each week to go out and play well. And right now, that's all we really want to do. We just want to go win this week and just go forward from there. I think we'll just try to keep it, especially in the season, we just kind of keep it in that short window from that standpoint. I think if you go outside of that, especially during the season, that there's just a lot of other factors and distractions involved there. So for us, it's trying to get, things right here in a very short window. That's really the biggest focus for us right now.
And when we do talk to you after each loss, it does. You have, I guess, it almost feels like a script sometimes with need to coach better, and the answers are the same. And I understand you don't want to say something in the moment, something emotional that maybe is taken the wrong way. But when you are trying to coach better and you are trying to correct, how much do you find that your message has changed to the team over the course of 3 years, or from week to week, when you're trying to figure out these things that maybe shape the consistency of the program?
It's probably a good question. I don't know, because it is so different each week. I think when we do play games and things that are either causing us not to win or things that are helping us to win, those are different sometimes. If they are consistent over a course of a couple weeks, then obviously if the message winds up being the same, we're going to, somehow say it in a different way or practice it in a different way or try to have a different answer to it. If it is something that's been consistent, I would say, and we haven't been able to either get it right or maybe it's something that goes back to not being correct the way that it was maybe for a couple weeks and trying to get back to basics from that standpoint. So I think as a coach, you always look at the foundation of it first, whether it's a schematic thing or a position, fundamental thing, and just get back to the basic part of it first, because that's really where most of the breakdowns occur, I think from that standpoint. And if it's not right on tape, it's not right on film, then we've got to come up with a different way to coach it. And I think that's part of our jobs. Is there a different way to teach it from that standpoint that maybe resonates a little bit better?
Thank you, Matt.
Yep.
Dave.
Matt, what's a fair time frame to judge a coach in?
I don't know. I mean, for me, I really just kind of, stay in my world of just trying to get better this week. So, again, like I said, we're very focused on Houston right now.
Well, I mean, you judge your assistant coaches, so can you do that in season? Do you do it after the season? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? What's a fair time frame?
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't know, Dave. I think we just try to go out and work every day. We certainly are. We're critiqued and judged every day by the job that we're doing, and we try to improve every day from that standpoint and try to do it better. And always try to be the best that we can be. I mean, that's certainly all that we ask is that we just go out every day and whether it's be the best coach or be the best player you can be that day, and try to improve on it the next day.
All right, one question about yesterday. What'd you figure out on film about what went wrong on third downs? Offensively for you, that is.
Yeah. I think one of the things for us offensively, third down, and really some of that started on first and second down. I thought, just kind of getting behind on some situations. They had a really good odd package that they dialed up. I thought they had some really good pressures out of it, and think that we got to get that fixed and corrected quicker so that we can get out there and be productive. But really, I thought that just the first and second down stuff rolling into the third down, put us behind a little bit there, and then. That doesn't really help in those situations when you're getting a lot of pressure.
And odd package, you mean they're odd man front is what you're talking about with different.
Yeah,
things.
it was a 3-down look. It was like a 3-3 stack kind of look that they were giving us with some different combinations of rushes.
All right, thank you.
We'll go two more, Stoney, then Brad.
Yeah, Matt, to the public, to the fans at times, because of the answers that Justin was referring to, you appear to be maybe nonchalant. We know you. I mean, you are upset by this. Can you tell the fans, you are pissed off about losing, about the tenure so far? Because it doesn't appear that you are publicly, but obviously being a competitor, this whole 3 years, whatever, just has to piss you off, doesn't it?
Well, look, I'm a very, very competitive person. I don't think there's any doubt about that. So I want to win. I always want to win. I want to win every day. I don't think there's any guessing or any question of that. So that's what we're trying to do.
And finally, back to Thursday, Deshaun Watson. How tough is he? With all the mobile quarterbacks, he's right up there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's really unbelievable. And, I played him obviously for a number of years, and really, during his rookie year, really he broke onto the scene, I think, in one of the games against us, and just, had a phenomenal game. I would say the thing about this guy that is amazing is how competitive he is all the way through the game. It doesn't matter the situation. This guy is always has that mentality that he's going to make a play to win, and a lot of times he does. We've seen games where defenses have had him wrapped up in the backfield, and it's a sack, and the game is over, and he gets out, and he gets his eyes downfield, and he makes an amazing throw and threads the needle. So he is at one of the top in the league at playing quarterback and being able to get out of pressure, extend plays, run the ball. I think their offense has really shifted a little bit and really kind of designed now to fit a lot of the things that he does. There's a lot of gun runs, a lot of RPOs and distraction plays and formations and motions and shifts. And his arm strength is, as strong as anybody in the league. And I think with the speed that they added, obviously Fuller, who was there, but Brandon Cooks, who's another guy that I know really well, and his speed to go vertical, it creates obviously the big playability downfield, but also that intermediate sort of route area between trying to stay close to the line of scrimmage to defend against the quarterback, and then obviously the deep shots. There's a lot of space in between that they really put the defense in a bind with.
Thank you.
Yep.
Brad, one more.
There are different schools of thoughts with every NFL franchise, with every tenure that comes in. And when you play apples to apples, there are so many different variables that get tough. But situations when you come in and maybe take some veterans away, maybe Bob and you discuss what needs to happen of maybe stripping down some veterans, maybe taking a step back, building your own culture like you've admitted, of trying to find guys that fit. Is there a point that you've maybe looked back at all this and said, maybe we could have tried to win now a little bit faster. Maybe we could have added more veteran pieces rather than strip away some of the leaders that were in place?
Yeah, I think right now the time for, that conversation, as much as I appreciate it, is just, I've got less than 72 hours to get ready for Houston, and we're trying to do everything we can to win right now. And, the team that we have right now, these guys work really hard and they're trying to go out and compete. And, like I said yesterday, I think, I enjoy coaching this team every day. I go out there and this team wants to work hard. They like to, get after it and study and grind. And that's what we're trying to do right now. We're in the moment right now for 2020, trying to win, obviously, a big game on Thanksgiving.
To ask it, just to follow up and to say what everyone else has kind of said then, are there points at all behind closed doors where you're banging your head against a wall going, man, if we would have done this, if we would have done this? Are there points of frustrations that you feel like you have almost been breaking this year, or do you remain 100% confident in everything that you do as a head coach?
I mean, I think that I try to stay consistent as a person so that I can try to improve, because I know that I have to improve just like everyone has to improve every single day. And that's the most important thing, is just stay consistent so that you can recognize when there is improvement or areas that you do need to improve on. So for me, it's the same as everybody else. We got to get better. I got to get better.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.